You may recognize this little Kubota. We use it underground. Its main job is to check water lines, inspect roads, see where there's deterioration in the mine. And so this thing gets driven over all kinds of rock, and the rock down there is sharp. And as you can see, we get flat tires often. Here's the other side. That one's also flat. Right now our fronts are both holding air. Now you may have seen on one of the videos I did, we plugged some tires on this very same machine. And that's a pretty common thing. We're always putting plugs in these tires. Probably every couple of months we get a puncture in these tires. So what we're gonna try this time is something a little different. So a plug is really a reactive thing, a reaction to getting a flat tire. We're gonna try flat out, which is kind of more of a proactive approach to flat tires. Comes with a little stick, a little sheet that tells you to go online. This company's been around since like early 80s, and supposedly it's manufactured right in Texas. So the kit is the Sportsman's Formula. It is for side-by-sides off-road vehicles. This one is off-road. I think they do make some on-road, but this is off-road. So 32 ounces, one jug for each tire. So we got a kit to do all 4 tires, but we're only gonna do the 2 flat ones for now. We'll save these 2 and kind of run this thing and see what happens. So let's pop the tires off so we can see what we have wrong with those tires. So the puncture on this tire is kind of a gash, and it is just a little bit less than a ½ inch. ½ inch is the maximum that they say they can fill, and you can kind of see it right there. Pretty good little something went into this tire. You can see that gash has got a pretty good leak in it. The tire goes flat quite quickly. This one's got a leak right next to a patch that was already done. So we plugged it once, got another puncture right next to the original one. So you can see both these tires are leaking pretty quickly. I went ahead and marked the sidewall on each one of them so I knew where the leak was. I also went ahead and checked that there's no bead leaks on these. Those are the only 2 leaks on these 2 tires. This tire is pretty much flat already, but there is, you're supposed to pull that out, pop this out. Okay, and there is a little valve stem removal tool. We'll get that out. All right, there's our valve stem, our core. We got that out of the way. Set that off. You're supposed to just have it up in the air. This is supposed to be fully out. Put this on, and now squeeze the entire contents in. So I tilt it down, just kind of get a little air back in the container. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, that one's empty. Put our core back in. Okay, that is tight. Now we'll put some air in it. This is the tire with the plug and the hole next to the plug right there. So I'm already getting my leak pretty good. Wow, it actually works just the way they showed on the internet. I turned it down. As soon as I did, the leak stopped. All right, I'm gonna finish putting air in this. I can actually see a little booger sticking out of this tire. So we'll get it up to about 25 pounds. Do the other side. At 25, I hear a little bit coming back out. Let's do it again. And now nothing. All right, we'll get the other side going and then we're gonna take it for a drive. So I don't know if you can see in there through that clear hose, but lots of little black specks. I think that's some of the material that they use to actually plug the holes. Squirt it with a little soapy water. See if we get any bubbles. Oh yeah, there they are. So you can hear it. It's got about 15 pounds in it. Okay, it's bubbled back out. it down again. Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and put more air in. So this time it didn't start leaking again. Time to take it for a drive. Still got snow here. Running up to 15 miles an hour. Now I don't know if running it through, it is water soluble, so I'm gonna try to avoid the water, but that's gonna be pretty much impossible to avoid at all. So we'll do a little bit of this. If you get car sick, don't watch. Woo. More water here. Okay, I had to bring it back in the shop. I don't know if hitting some of that water broke down the material before it could set, but this tire went completely flat. So I put air back in it, just rotated it several times. Right now, the hole is down. It's got just a little over 10 PSI. So far, it has not stopped the leak. I'm gonna rotate it back to the bottom. So the air is still coming out of that big slit. Go back and forth a little bit. I don't know how much I lost of that 32 ounces. Here we are back up to the top. She's still bubbling. All right, I've been messing around with it, rotating it back and forth quite a bit. But you're gonna see that this, oops, sorry, right there, that was the original 1/2 inch that I thought we had. And it looks to me like it's actually, move a little bit of that out of the way. Maybe you can see that it's more of a cut like that. So it's a 1/2 inch here and probably at least 3/8 of an inch going this way. So this may have been just a little bit beyond what this stuff could handle. All right, so we pulled that tire off. I'm gonna pop it off the rim and clean it out. We're gonna see how big that gouge was on the inside. So hopefully you can see, yeah, that is a pretty big gouge. So I am gonna grind this smooth, put a patch on the inside, remount this thing. I'm gonna leave all that in there. It's a pretty decent amount. I'd say probably at least 50% of it's still in there, and see if it holds air after that. That's a lot bigger than a 1/2 inch. Following that little piece that's there. I think that's some of the sealant that actually embedded itself. So we'll get a patch going on this and then see how it does. Here's the gouge in the tire from the outside. You can see now, no bubbles at all. All right, tire's back on. The other tire's on. Just double check both of them for the air. We're good. Got to get this thing done. Been messing around with it too many times, on, off, on, and off. We're going to let it sit overnight, take it for a test drive tomorrow, see what happens. All right, tire sat all night again, and it's holding air. So we're going to take it for a test drive, see if that works it up. I did put the patch in, so this tire should be fine, but we'll see if that patch holds on that big gouge. After a quick test drive, all the tires are still holding air. Flat out definitely worked nicely on that puncture with the plug next to it that was leaking. So this tire is good. The other tire, you saw that gouge was just a little bit more than that stuff could fill. So with the patch in it, the tire is holding air now and it's fine. So the plan is to just drive this thing, put it back underground and start using it. And if we get some more flats, we'll let you know. So I'm hoping that the rear tires don't get any more. If we don't get any flats on the back for 6 months, we know that stuff is working good, but we'll see if we get any flats up front. So thanks for watching. Hope this helps you decide. Lots of good videos on this material versus other types of tire sealants. So check them out and come again.